morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we are going to get crushing because we're taking a look at DynaBit. It's a little bit more than a bit crusher. It's a little bit sexier. That's pretty damn cool. Let's Ode. Well, hello there and welcome to the show. My name is Jade and this is How to App on iOS, and I hope you're doing okay. Man, it's first a demo of the week and I'm a little bit excited about this one because it's pretty damn cool. It's by our friends at Caelum Audio and it is called DynaBit. And it is a little bit more interesting than just your regular bit crusher, yeah? So how's everyone going? You're going good out there. We've got a massive week of shows coming up here on the channel, a whole lot of demos. All the thumbnails have been made. All the live streams are up on the channel if you want to go and hit the notification for them so you know they're happening, but I'll run through them right now before I say hello to you all. Let's do it. So we have coming up tomorrow on the show, if I can remember which one I actually set. Which one was it? I think it was Looperator. We're doing Looperator tomorrow by Sugar Bites. It's an oldie, but a really goodie. And it just got a recent update. So I really wanted to, I've never covered this one before. So it's worth your time, my time. It's worth everybody's time to check it out. Then we are doing the big, comprehensive, massive look on Wednesday before Thomas's You Rock at, of course, Groove Rider 2. Now, I've been up and down about doing like a pre-record for this or a live stream, and you know what? After spending so much time with it now, I just think we do it all in one big Band-Aid tear-off because I've seen other channels doing it in little 5-minute increment demos. I just want it all in one place. So we'll be doing that. And of course, we are closing out the week with a massive interview. Massive. It is the Justine Kasprick interview. It is happening here on Thursday, US UK time. I don't have a photo of Justine at the moment, so this thumbnail may change. Okay, it may change. I don't know. It just depends on if she's able to take a selfie of herself or if she even wants to. That's up to her. But this is a temporary thumbnail for now, so there's that. But what I can tell you is, folks, there are a whole bunch of other demos that are going to be up on the channel that are pre-recorded demos, and they will be Step Poly Arp. That will be up as a pre-recorded. What else will be up as a pre-recorded? We'll be taking a look at AK476 FET compressor, FET compressor by Aurora DSP this week. So this will be a pre-recorded video. And also a brand new guitar amp sim from Nembrini. So all these three will be pre-recorded, so you've got plenty of demos happening here on the channel. Possibly the interview of 2025. Yeah. And we also have these three great ones that we're looking at today, including this one we're about to start. Let's say hello to you all here. Thanks for joining us today in the live stream. If you're watching on the replay, also, thank you for supporting the channel. If you're new, you can hit the subscribe and then turn on the bell and do all that stuff and get notifications if you want, or don't. That's all cool. I'm not here to tell people what to do. You do you, boo. Thomas Christ is in the house. There she is, Justine Kasprick. I can't wait for this week. And it's on. You know what the cool thing is, Justine? I'm interviewing you because we're a day ahead, right? Because we're a day ahead, I'm actually interviewing you on Valentine's Day. You will be my Valentine's. How sweet is that? Semtex Cal, Leela is in the house. Who else? Russ is rocking out. We've got Jim Shannon, Seven Dust. G'day, g'day. Who else was scrolled? Joe Glenn. I'm not sure if Barry's here as well. I got your song. I'll sort that out. I'm glad. I love, see, on the Patreon, we have a Patreon, and every week people send me songs to master, and I sent back Joe and Barry Glenn's song, and they were like, hey, I said, make sure you listen to this and you're happy with it and stuff, and they heard something in it that they didn't like, so they've sent it back, and I'm going to remaster it for them, because that's part of the service. Gary Hubbs has just popped in to like, share, but he's at work, so he's told us all to have a great stream. Thank you so much, Gary Hubbs, for those kind words. Covered by CQ is in the house. Hello to you, Chris. And who else do I see on my magic mirror today? Thomas is slinging our links like a true champion. True champion. There he is. There's a Patreon if you want to join. And this app today that we're looking at, we've got some giveaways. Most of the apps we cover on the show, we give away each and every weekend on the Patreon. If you're a $5 patron, that's just the deal. It's the way it works. There's Barry Glenn. Jim says the layers in GR2 are a bit clunky. There's a huge update that happened for Groove Rider 2 today as well. So I'm glad I've held off. I know everybody's jumped in really quick to do Groove Rider and want to get out there, but you know what? I really wanted to spend some time with Groove Rider. I like doing tutorials that I've spent some time with, and I've wined and dined and romanced and, given them a feel of the mummers and all that stuff. Too much? Too soon? Oh, well. Dressing up takes time. Oh, thanks. This is the new thing. This is the week. Just got to get out of bed and dress up, feel a little bit better about myself. Jorge, George. Oh, however, I never know. I'm an Aussie. I don't know what to say. I hope you're well, my friend. Have I got everybody? Kitch Breeder. Yo, what's going on? All right. We are good. We are good. We are good. Yes, there's an update today. There was an update today, Jim Shannon. Go and hit your app store, hit your update, and go update it, because there's a whole bunch of fixes and stuff like that. Alrighty, let's jump in. Let's tell you a little bit about this before we get in. Not anything too crazy, but here it is. This is DynaBit. It is by Caelum Audio. Caelum Audio makes some fantastic apps. This is $10. It is on sale at the moment. It will go up from what I remember. If we have a quick little dab on this button here, it should open the App Store. And yeah, so 30% off until the 17th of February. So this price will go up. Javale, hey, what's going on? Good to see you. So, yes, this will go up. It's 30% off at the moment, so be aware of that. So if you want to get it now. Remember, apps aren't Pokemon, all that kind of jazz. But also, as we say here on the channel, guess what? A lot of the stuff here is not only just available for iOS. So if you're thinking, hang on, I don't need this. It's an iOS app. Why should I watch this? Well, caca to you, because here it is at the Caelum Audio website. Links below to both of these in the description. It is also available as a VST and AUAX, so on your desktop, Windows or Mac. It is currently on sale for desktop for £37. It's about $38 US. There's the App Store version. You can download a demo of it for your PC, for your Mac as well. So there you go. Most stuff that comes out these days on iOS is on desktop as well. Hoogity boogity boogity boo. All right, so let's get into a demo. I've made something, as always, something really quick just before the show, just to show that you can make really good music in not a long amount of time. This is a little bit chiptuney in a way. It's got like King of FM. We've got SX1000 from last week's show. We've got a little bit of Splat to Clat for some drums. We've got a Blast from the Past, Synthmaster 2, and we've got Mariana for some bass. 2 scalers, and of course a riffer just to give us a little bit of rhythm. So I'm going to hit the play, shut the fuck up, and let's hear what this thing sounds like. Let's ja. simple. Let's start off with some drums, shall we? So we've got this little drum beat in here at the moment. I'm going to solo this track out. We'll leave this project going for now. So this is just a splat to clat. Let's take off the effect first so you can hear what's going on with this drum. So a pretty simple R&B beat that's going on. One thing I need to let you know with this app, definitely keep in mind, if you're using this, you may want to consider putting on some kind of limiter on your tracks because it's going to get aggressive with certain presets and certain things that you use on this. So just for now, we're going to go down here. We're going to search for like a barricade. And we'll just load up this barricade here and we'll pull down the gain just by a random amount, just so we're not blowing shit out. And I don't want your ears, your pretty little ears, to get hurt out there, and mine as well. So this is the beat we've got going on here. And you can hear straight away, it's really got that retro, chip-tuney Commodore 64 smash and grab going on. All right, let's take a look at all of the buttons, what everything does. So you got an idea, and then we can get into making some cool sounds. Across the top, where we always start, let's go backwards. Let's start over here with this little I button. Normally you would find the manual over here, but it's not in here. But what you can find is the preset manager, an interesting place to put it. So when you open this up, this opens up your preset manager. So once you start saving your own presets, you will see they will appear in here. So this is just a larger version of the preset. If I can come back over here, a larger version of coming over here to your presets. So this is your main preset area, and you can see it's very neat. Everything about this app is very neat, very clean. The writing's nice, good size. So you're not going to like struggle for looking at anything. That's really, I appreciate that. There's a big init patch up the top. We love that. If you don't know what an init patch is, it's an initialized patch. It's like the basic. It sets everything back to 0 and you can start to build from there. So if we hit play, it's not really doing anything to the sound because it's on the init patch. You've got some sections here. We've got some basic stuff. Now this is where you're going to want to pay attention to using a limiter 100%. Some of these ones down here, the 2K, 4K, 8K, 12K, these things, they can blow your fucking ears out. We've got some drum ones in here as well. So we've got some drums, we've got some glitches and tonal stuff. Once you save your own preset too, that will go in here, and I can show you that right now because we have a little save button. Name your preset, we'll just call it Jade, hit save. And now that will appear down here in this little user tab. You can see it showing up there. But let's go back over here to our preset manager. And now you can see here's where our presets are. And you can come in here and make your own folders. You can create folders in here, you can rename, you can import stuff. So if you want to, import's not available from within the AUv3. So there you go. Needed to show you that from here. So if you are going to import, if somebody makes a bunch of presets, they save them, they send them to you, you'll have to open it up as a standalone to import this into your into the app. You can share them, but again, sharing presets can only be done from the standalone version. You can create folders in here, so you can create your own folders and organize stuff. You want to close this, hit the close, and we're back out here. We have a randomization, so a die that's going to give us whatever. So let's see what it does. Now, I've experimented with the die a fair bit, and I haven't really come up with anything that's been horrible. So it's pretty good at pulling some interesting things. Now, you're probably noticing straight away there's a lot of animation going on here because this is so much more than just a bit crusher. There's a hell of a lot of ways to get this flowing, moving, getting some movement, some animation. Let's try another dice. So if you are really into destroying sound, this thing is your duck's nuts. It's gonna fuck shit up. Hey Tremor Bear, g'day, g'day. Let's save this under my preset, or can I not? Let's try doing it, see if it saves. Yeah, so it overwrote that, that's cool. If I want to get rid of this preset, there's a little bin icon and I can delete, and that is now gone. It won't show up in the user tab. Very easy stuff. Let's go back to our knit patch and run section by section. I'm going to drop out the picture here just so you can see what's going on to the side. So we have our filter to the side, and you can see we've got a cutoff and resonance. Pretty standard stuff for any kind of synth. Yeah, most of you will know what a filter is. So you can open up the sound or close off the sound with the filter. But you can see as I'm turning this, nothing's really happening. We're not getting any action. That's because no filter has been chosen up the top here. So you need to choose a filter. You've got a low pass, you've got a band pass, or a high pass. Let's open up the low pass. All right. So there's our cutoff. We've got a resonance. Let's get into our band pass. And our high pass, which is the opposite of the low pass, yeah? Let's reset this and move on. We've got our sample rate. So we've got two sections here of our sample rate. And so we've got two sections here. We'll focus on the sample rate first. So it's currently set to 48,000 hertz. If we pull this down, you can start hearing everything getting crushed, everything coming down. So we also have this Nyquist filter. So this is kind of, this is going to filter out. It can help reduce aliasing with the sample rate here. And we have this smoothing down the bottom here. So it smooths out the steps between the sample rate. Our next section across is the bit reduction. So this will remove the amount of bits in the audio. We've got our little bit reduction here. This is where we get that old school. Does anyone remember Combat? Combat on the Atari 2600. This is where you can turn drums into basically every sound that was on the Atari 2600. So you can go all the way down to 1 bit. But what you'll notice is, as I bring this up, as we pull these bits down, it gets, see how much louder it gets, right? And even around 5 here, missile command, absolutely it's missile command. But we lose a bit of volume with when we're messing around with our bits here. That's what she said. This is where our range boost comes in. So this will allow, this will bring back some amplitude. So you can hear that amplitude come up. So especially when things get a little bit quiet from whatever you're doing, you've got this little range boost up here just to give it a bit of volume, just to bring, you're kind of adding in some texture in there as well. Plus we have down the bottom an envelope. So this will bring back some of the dynamics that you may have lost. Yeah, it was combat. I think combat was a tank one. It's kind of nearly every game on Commodore on Atari was the same game, just Pong with different names. G'day, Pete. So you can see this range boost is going to bring back up here, bring back up your volume. I keep writing the volume over here today, folks. So I'm writing the volume here because I don't want to blow anyone's brains out with this getting loud. So I think we understand that. Next we have double tap anything and that will bring everything back to 0. All right. So let's talk about this repeat section because this is quite interesting. So this is it's a triggerable delay kind of thing. And really cool for glitching and that kind of stuff. We've got a repeat threshold. So this is kind of like, think about a compressor. And you can see, if I zoom in a little bit, see this little white dot in here? You can just see it. So this is a threshold. So once it goes over this threshold, then our repeats are going to click in. And when you turn this down and turn it up, that little white dot, which is quite small, but it moves up. So this is the threshold at when these repeats are going to kick in. And we can decide how many repeats we actually... So now that I've turned up the repeat mix over here, you can hear now it's starting to repeat itself. Okay, so you've got your repeat time. You can decide how fast or how slow this repeats. So you can hear now every time it's going under the threshold here, it's just stopping. And then it starts repeating again. Now this is sunk, the repeat time. You can sync to your BPM, or you can have it free raining up to 60 seconds. You can hit freeze. And it will freeze once we've got something actually repeating, right? Let's lock this. Let's sync it in. Oh, we had a crash. Well, that sucks. That's the first time that's happened. Let's come back over here and get this going again. So I'm going to bring up this repeat mix. You can control the number of repeats. So you can go all the way up to 64. So we're pretty much just stuck here on repeat. You can decide the repeat decay. Now these can be controlled by an LFO as well too. So we'll get to our LFOs in a minute. They're all down the bottom here. You can choose an overall LFO for all of this. So you've got 2 LFOs, 2 sequences, an envelope, 2 envelopes, and a MIDI. This is currently set to envelope A. And that envelope, the LFO is controlling this whole thing, right? So you can see this moving around. Lastly, we've got our gain and our mix. So we can have a mix of the original sound. Let's bring in some bits over here. So when it's up to 100%, we're just getting the sample bits and the repeats, or we can have a mix there. Now you can start to see how the LFOs adding this flowing mixture of the sound in with the normal drums. So let's talk about the LFOs. You've got these LFOs, so 2 LFOs down here, 2 sequences, 2 envelopes, and a MIDI. You can tap on the LFO and you can see the controls. The shape, you've got a sine, triangle, square, and a saw. You can control the rate. You can sync the rate to the BPM or up to 20,000 hertz. You've got a smoothing button here as well, and you have a phase. Now I might want to connect this LFO to this filter. So first we're going to activate the filter. There are 2 ways you can do it. If you look closely, next to each of these dials, there is 2 little dots. I'll try and, they're very faint. You can see 2 little dots here. When you tap on them, hold down, you get a little box that pops up that says select a modulator. So I can come over here now and select LFO-A. And now we have our LFO connected, and you can turn it up 100%, up to 100%, or into the minus. And then we can control to suit. Let's get that moving fast. Now, if you want to delete one, so you've got the opportunity to have 2 of these in here. So you can have LFO-A and maybe an envelope. To delete, hold down and it'll say remove modulator, and you can remove it. There's another way to add these as well too. See these little crosses down here? You can drag them into the dots. See this? So you can drag up here and add the LFO in like so. Much easier to do so. I can take this LFO-B, throw this into the sample rate up here. So you can see pretty easily you can get a whole lot of stuff moving. Now, I mentioned before that this repeater can be controlled by this LFO here. Well, these all have 2 dots as well. So I can come in here and let's grab this LFO-A and drag this into our mix. So you can pretty much get everything moving with this app. And right now we're at our halfway point of the show, and I get to catch up with anybody who's joined. Hello, Audible Video. You doing okay? Good to see you, Audible. It is our halfway point where we run an ad. So everybody gets the ad at the same time because we've got to pay the bills, all that stuff. If you want to avoid the ad, you can become a YouTube Premium subscriber, or you can just skip the ad and we'll wait for you to come back. The ad has been run. And while we're waiting, just to give you all a quick reminder, this week it is happening, my friends. Justine Kasperik coming on the show for an interview. It's happening Friday for me here in Australia, Thursday for you guys in the UK and the US and Canada and all that jazz. And I'm going to spend 2 hours, just me and Justine. No interruptions. She's going to pick some favorite songs of hers from this community, and we're going to hang out, and it's going to be awesome. I'm very much looking forward to this. Tomorrow, I can let you know on the show, just a quick reminder of the couple of live streams that are coming up here over the next couple of days. We have Looperator tomorrow by Sugar Bites, a blast from the past, boom. And finally, I know, the full Groove Rider 2 tutorial happening live here on the channel on Wednesday, US UK time. So set your reminders. The shows are all up on the channel and ready to go, and lots of pre-recorded stuff. Boom, we can get back into this now. And let me have a little bit of coffee because it's early in the morning. And let's start making some crazy sound now. Is it too revealing? Audible? I was watching Leela and thought, you know, can't help, can't hurt, can't help, can't hurt, but why not? Anyway, we're back over here. Let's bring this thing up. Hit play. So we've also got a sequencer down here as well too. Let's talk about the sequencer. When you tap on it, you can go, you've got 64 steps. Look at that, 64 steps. You can control how many steps you like. Let's just sit here at 16. And you can draw in whatever you'd like in this sequencer, these velocities. You can change the rate. We can make this super fast. Let's go 6. You can change the swing on it as well. And you've got some smoothing. There's a little die here to randomize too. Let's throw a sequencer, this sequencer A, onto these bits up here. Turn it up. Remember, you've got to turn these up. Now we're getting some cray-cray. So this is following the sequence that we have going on. We can bring this right down. It's totally up to you what you want to do. Let's take this one out. Right? This is where things get bonkers. I'm going to bring down this range boost. Remember, we can go into the minus as well. So you've got two sequences there you can set up. Let's send this one over to our, where do we send this one? We'll send this over to our repeat time. Again, just drag. Yeah, I thought about that too last night, Audible, when I was setting up a few other things. I was like, a lock button for the randomizer would be really cool. That'd be nice. All right, so our last one is the one that's not really explained at all, but I think I get it. All right, I can only say that I think I get it. Oh, remembering with the sequences, you've got a swing here as well, so you can see how this swing moves. All right, as I turn up the swing, we've got smoothing as well. So you see how those rounded edges happen? We've got to randomize. Let's throw an LFO onto this as well. Let's just get everything moving. Now we're starting to get wild. So these repeats are rad. Let's just take it out of the mix and hear what's going on. Because this is the original sound here. That's all right, Eves. All right. Pretty cool. So let's talk about this MIDI. I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to save this because it's not too bad. There we go. Let's come back to our knit patch. We're back to boring. And let's talk about this MIDI down here. So probably the best thing to put this on, I'm going to drag this and put it on the cutoff. And when I click on this, so it gives you an attack, release, and source. And when you change the source, it gives you note, velocity, and controller. So what you need to do is make sure that you have a controller connected. Like this here, yeah? So, we've got a controller. And I should be able to use these. Did I select it? I did. I should be able to use these for, but it's not working. Oh, is it on? Oh, yeah, it was on. And it's connected. Now, this is the one thing which when I read the manual too, let's go to the manual. I'll just bring up the manual. Removing modulators. Where are we? Source. The MIDI source to use options for note, pitch, velocity, MIDI, and CC values. Right? So we should be able to control. And you can see, as if I just watch over here, as I tap down the keyboard, it's actually moving. Right? So they are moving. If I turn this up, you can see tapping the keys, the little dot here is actually moving around. Hi, Mr. Smith. So it is actually moving here. Let's try throwing it, actually, on the bits. So you can see moving my keyboard is moving that around. Just going to give it some volume. And you can come in here and change it. Whoa, bring that down. We can control it with the velocity. So see, when I press on the keys now, let's just bring this back. See it move? See this little disappear? And you can control the attack and release. So it slowly comes back. So this is me hitting the key. It dances and comes back. Dances and comes back. All right. And we have the controller, which you can see I can control this now with my mod wheel. So now you can see when I move the mod wheel, we're controlling these bits up here. Let's add it to, what else can we add it to? We'll add it to this sample rate. Right. So you can see you don't need to use a modulator. You can use your keyboard to modulate all this as well. It's pretty neat. Chris Beats, hello. Pete Johns is up next with GarageBand Weekly. Sean Chandler, hello, my friend. Not for nothing, folks, but the Chandlers have a new song coming out soon. All right, I think you get that. let's run through some presets, shall we? So as I said, because we're on drums, and then we'll move to something else, you've got specific drum patches. We'll run through these. So I think that's what makes this really special, is not only is it a bit crusher, you really are getting a whole lot of repeats and all that kind of stuff. Re-triggering. All of the parameters are open as well too, in AUM and in Logic. Now we're getting Commodore Atari 2600. I love all these repeats, they're great. Okay, let's stop that and let's reload these. You can chill. We'll come in here and we'll just set this to an init for now, because I've got this sound going here. Now, remember what I said earlier? We're going to put a limiter on here because things are going to get fucking mental. Just bring it down a bit. Let's run through some presets here. This is top one, these basic ones. So we've got 4 of these repeat ones. In fact, let's throw on something fun. Nice. So we got up to a 16th here with these repeats. Oh, did I not cover the envelopes? I did. I didn't. Let's do that now. We'll chuck that on. Let's chuck it on one of these. The number of repeats. Can't believe I did that. So we've got an attack, release, low pass, high pass, and a cutoff. So you've got 2 envelopes. In fact, let's throw the other envelope on the sample rate. Remember, you can add 2 of these, so we can add a sequencer up here now. Hey, Mixcloud. right, let's go. So yeah, you get the envelopes. Same deal. Oh, the other thing too, the other cool thing is too, these, you can move these around. When you open them, you can move these little boxes around just in case you want to move something out the way and close them. Any of these, so you can open them up, move them over here. You can move them wherever you want. You can't, I don't think you can change the size of them. But in case you wanted to know. So now here's where you're going to need a bit crusher. So we got a 1K reduction. Let's bring the volume right down. Yeah, it's only left and right. It's only a left to right. The sequencer. This is 1K reduction. This is 2K reduction. Now remember, you can add, you can mix this in. A 4K. And 8K. How nice is that? Wicked. So let's talk about the glitches. In fact, we'll keep this going and we'll come over to this one. Let's add some glitches to this one. So we've got these glitches here. We've got 12 minutes left. I love these repeats. Wicked. Now remember folks, this can not only be used, this is an AUv3, you can not only just use this on individual tracks, you could throw this on a master track at the end of your mix. You know, so you've got drums and all of this at the same place. So a really good idea to throw it on the end of a master track as well. Absolutely, Thomas, or a bus, master track, bus, anywhere you want, baby. I like this one, this Lauren's Lullaby, for this particular sound. So we're in glitch at the moment. I'm going to keep this one on. Let's move to the next instrument. We got these which already wavy kind of sound going on. Of course, we're going to add a limiter in here. I'm just going to copy, select, and paste this in there. That's pretty cool. Hey. Now we're getting wild. Speaking of Igor Vasiliev has a new app coming soon. And it looks fucking crazy. So we've got this bass line here. Let's copy this. Let's mess about with these tonal ones. Now this is now when you look at these, see how this says MIDI? So this is controlled by our MIDI. So you're going to need to connect your keyboard. Rad. So this is a chord and response one. And when I play a chord, it takes over. And then when you let go, wild. Rad. Let's bring everything in. The new Igor app isn't out yet. It's only in beta. Hey Ed, it's coming soon though. So look, as you can see with this, at the beginning of the show I said this is a bit crusher. It's more than a bit crusher. Obviously it's more than a bit crusher because we've got stuttering effects, you know, this is much deeper. And we've only got one of these on pretty much every different sound. And we've got so much going on. Like, I'm going to be honest, I get pretty bored by bit crushers. I was saying to Russ before I started this show today, I like destroying sound and smashing things up and really deconstructing sound. But I find bit crushers rather boring because they sound the same all the time. They just crush by hertz. And I like crushing things in different ways, destroying things in different ways. But this is really, really, really different. Yeah, I was going to grab a guitar and try that, but I think we've run out of time. What are we in? Hang on a minute. Let's see. Yeah, I know. Relax, folks. Yes, noise space. There it is. What are we in? What are we in? We're in a scale of D Lydian. Relax, Herbie. Relax. We need a guitar input. A bit crusher. Can we do something quickly? Let's show like not too bad, huh? Let's just quickly throw something tonal in there. Oh, there we go. How's that one? Alright, get the idea. We got to get out of here for today because Pete is coming up next. He's waiting to go and I'm holding him up. Okie dokie. Calm down, Herbs. Alright, there you go. You finished making noise? So there you have it, folks. DynaBit by Caelum Audio, $10. It's on sale, 30% off, up until the 17th of this month. Grab it. Remember, apps aren't Pokemon. You don't need them all, just the ones that may help you make some cool music. So much more than a bit crusher. Really, really cool. You can get it on PC and iOS. I'll be back tomorrow to take a look at the app that I said I was going to look at tomorrow because my brain hurts, and it's probably this one. There will be a pre-record go up sometime tonight. And let's do the things that make you happy, folks. Mistakes make you better, and we'll all rise together. I'll see you tomorrow. Happy days. Boom.